Patriots defense is actually really good.
Yeah, Patriots defense is good. I feel the note that I had here is that the defense as a whole is playing like Vrabel.
Welcome to Saturday versus Sunday. I'm John Barbin. With me is Jeff Dover. Let's talk football.
We're a couple of average football fans that watch college and the NFL. We hope to earn your like and subscribe today. This is our review of the Bills-Patriots game. What are your initial thoughts?
Can't turn the ball over 3 times and expect to win.
No. Turnover, I mean, it's not exactly a hot take. Turnovers are really bad, but that was really the theme of this week in the NFL games. We mentioned that also in the Chargers game as well. Go back and listen to that one if you haven't listened to that one already. But they're so many fumbles, and when you're driving and you've held on to the ball for a while, and then you fumble sort of 8 to 7 plays into the drive, is just an absolute killer because it just undoes everything that you've already put in to get to that point.
Yeah, and it just guts the momentum of the team. Like, you just can't. And this, it was obvious this is how this game was going to go. I mean, the fumbles were happening constantly right at the beginning of the game, like back-to-back fumbles. So, and the Patriots managed to clean their act up, but the Bills couldn't.
No.
And, I mean, that was the story of the game. The Bills just didn't play tight, and Allen himself didn't play that great. I mean, they fumbled a handoff. I guess I don't know if you can really blame Allen for that one. I think it goes on Allen, though.
That's a good question. I'm not sure. And they ran that play again, and it looked like they almost fumbled the next time too, because it's a guy sort of just running by him as soon as he takes the snap and like quickly gives it to him. But he looks like he almost ran into him again. Like it was that easily could have been another turnover.
Right. And then a pick late in the third quarter in a game like this, like the timing of it. I mean, turnovers are bad no matter what, but there's timing to some turnovers that are even worse. And that the pick later in the third quarter you just can't do it in a game like as this game's unfolding. You realize the Patriots defense is actually really good.
Yeah, Patriots defense is good. I feel the note that I had here is that the defense as a whole is playing like Vrabel, like it was when he was a linebacker. Like it's a really tough, stingy defense, and it really feels like it's got the characteristic of their head coach.
Yeah, pretty buttoned up right now. They're top 10 in overall defense, and they're top 5 in rushing defense. I mean, that's going to get you a long way in the NFL if you just can control the other things, like don't turn the ball over, minimize penalties. If you can be a top 5 rushing defense and a top 10 overall defense, you're good. You're in good shape right there. I mean, I think they're giving up roughly 20 points a game, something like that.
Yeah,
so,
and what's interesting is that Buffalo had 4 sacks and 6 tackles for loss, and New England had 1 sack and 1 tackle for loss, but the New England defense overall, I'd say, played better than the Buffalo defense, right? So it's a good example of the box score maybe not adding up for that one.
They definitely looked like they were controlling the game. How do you want to say? They were controlling the Bills how they wanted to. Like the explosiveness of the Bills offense was kind of turned down here. And I mean, Allen has matured to the point where he just takes what the defense gives him, which is what a good quarterback should do. But you could see, to your point, that the Patriots defense was sort of dictating to the Bills offense. It looked like in this game. Yeah,
Allen was amazing. Like because they had 3 turnovers. If you have 3 turnovers, you have no business winning a game. Like you'd be blown out a lot of times in the average NFL. So they had 2 turnovers, but they were down 2017. With the Buffalo was down 2017 with 5 minutes left, and then Josh Allen got the ball, and at that point I was like, oh, they're going to win, like they're going to come down and get a touchdown and win. And it was the Patriots defense which held them in check, which was surprising for them to get just a field goal, but then that put them, New England really got a chance to get a late field goal to win it. So but I really thought that, like, despite the 3 turnovers, giving the Allen the ball back with 5 minutes to go, down by 3, that's like I'd take that any day of the week if I was a Buffalo fan.
Yeah, I think most people would. Most people would see that thinking, okay, here we go. It was a nice effort by the Patriots, but if you give the ball back to the Bills too many times, he's going to make the play. And instead, Drake Maye I have as the play of the game. So it's tied 2020, to your point. With 2:07 left in the fourth, Drake Maye's rolling out to his right, and he's got a defender all over him. Like he's getting dragged to the ground.
Half on the ground.
Half on the ground, and of all people, player of the this is the play of the game, and he hits the player of the game, Stefon Diggs, for one of his 150 yards receiving in this game. However, it was just
146,
insane.
yeah. 10 catches for 146.
Killed them, absolutely killed them, and all half of it was on this rolling to the right, finding Diggs. This is the Josh Allen playbook. Rolling to the right, buy time, find somebody downfield. Like this is the Bills getting a taste of their own medicine. This is what it's like when Josh Allen's ripping your heart out. You do everything right. He escapes the pocket and he finds somebody. Drake Maye just did it right back to the Bills, and it was with Diggs.
Yeah, you're right about the player of the game, like by far, was Stefon Diggs. That was the most inspired playing against my former team I've ever seen. Like, because he had a drop early, and then after that, he was really locked in and was absolutely the best player on the field today. Like, and he's been around for a while. Like, he hasn't looked that dominant in a while, and he took over the game. Like, they had no answer for him. So that was the difference, because the New England wasn't rushing the ball super effectively, but they were converting when they needed to with Diggs. It was amazing.
Yeah, you're right. That's one of the more impressive. I'm going to show up against my former team games I've ever seen from a player. He was every single time you saw Maye escape the pocket, and you see a Patriots receiver like with the two toes going out of bounds, catching the ball. I think, oh, that has to be Diggs again. It has to be Diggs again. And every single time it was Diggs. It was
one time it was Kayshon Boutte, but it was most of the time it was Diggs. Yeah,
right. But the point is this was Maye and Diggs giving the Bills fans a taste of their own medicine. This is what it's like being on the other side of a Bills game. Like, this is what they do to everyone else. So now you know what it feels like when Allen's just killing people at the end of a game. So, I mean, this felt like a playoff game.
Yes, it did.
The atmosphere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hats off to Buffalo. Like, any games in Buffalo are always terrific. I like the uniforms too. I didn't mind the all white and the silver. I thought it was hilarious that the commentators couldn't figure out what the numbers were. Like, from the box, like they got it wrong a couple times, and they said, and a couple times they're like, and the guy catches the ball, like, because they couldn't see like who it was, but that was hilarious. But other than that, on TV it looked fantastic. So
it totally did. The Bills didn't do themselves any favors with 11 penalties here. It's not like the Patriots are that much better. They had 8, but it's killing them.
No, that was the line in there that, as a fan, and we've talked about this before, it absolutely kills me, the number of penalties, because it's a momentum killer. It slows the game down. It's terrible to watch. Like, there's so much time. Having a penalty just increased the time so much between actual football being played. And I know you need to get it right. And I know they're trying to come up with penalties to make it more offense or protect the players and stuff. But like, there was points of this game where it was like unwatchable. Like, I recorded it, and there was times where I skipped like 5 minutes, like, between plays, because it was their penalties or review or something, like, and it's as a TV product, it's pretty rough.
Yeah, I think the Bills had 5 penalties in the first quarter.
Yeah.
The first quarter alone, they have 5 penalties, a fumble.
2 fumbles, I think, happened in the beginning. And it was, that was like, because when momentum, football is awesome with momentum. Like, when one team looks like they're on a roll and the other team can't stop them. And what kills momentum are turnovers and penalties, just because of the stoppage in the clock.
Yeah, the Bills' first drives are fumble, punt, fumble, with 5 penalties mixed in there. It's just, I mean, that's about as bad as you can start a game. It was sloppy. No one was holding on to the ball. It was, by the end of the first quarter, I'm sure Bills fans are like, oh no, this is this type of game. Like, we knew it was going to be a rock fight after that. It was just ugly. And then the Patriots fumbled in there too, the back-to-back fumbles. Yep. So you just knew this was going to be this type of game.
No, and even saying that, I thought, as a fan watching it, once it got down to Buffalo down 2017 with 5 minutes to go, and then Buffalo's got the ball at the end, I'm like, they're going to win this. Like, it's been an ugly rock fight of a game. They're going to come out, they're going to win. They'll be like, oh man, that was a close one. You remember that? But it was so, hats off to New England, because that, stopping them and then still getting in position to, again, penalty aided, getting in position to kick the game-winning field goal was, that's well played by them.
Yep. And that's, and a good team capitalizes when another team gives them the chance. This is what the Bills did to the Ravens. in that huge come from behind. So capitalizing on the Derrick Henry fumble. So here, it's good for the Patriots for capitalizing on the Bills' mistakes. Like a previous Patriots team wouldn't close this game out. This one
exactly.
did.
Yeah. No,
And
for
this
sure.
is a win on the road, a division win on the road. That's huge. I'm sure even Patriots fans kind of penciled this one in as an L. It's like we might be able to beat the Bills at home. Not likely we're beating them in a night game in Buffalo. But so that's a massive, massive win for the Patriots. The Patriots could be 5-0.
Yes, absolutely. And Buffalo's 4-1. Patriots are 3-2 in their division right now. Miami and the Jets both pretty much look out of it. But this would have been a pretty colossal 5-0 in like a 2-3 swing. Now all of a sudden 4-1, 3-2. Like you're one game back now as opposed to like 3. So that's a huge swing for New England. So yeah, if you're a Patriots fan, you're like the division is in reach.
It's absolutely in reach.
Yeah.
I mean, and they could have beat the Steelers. They turned the ball over 5 times, and it was still a 1-score game.
Yeah.
So, and the first game of the season, it was a close game against the Raiders, which might be the only Raiders win all year. So,
yeah,
I think arrows are actually looking up for the Patriots pretty significantly. They're playing like gritty football right now.
Yep. And the next games is at the Saints, which that could be a win, and then at the Titans, that could be a win. And then they host the Browns. That could be a win. So those are 3 manageable games coming up next for them.
Absolutely. And the Bills, I sloppy game, still could have won it. I don't think it's a statement about the Bills for any reason. I think this is more a statement of like the Patriots have just shown that they're a force to be dealt with in this division. And the Bills, I think, okay, you've been protecting the ball. It's been one of the hallmarks of Allen's MVP season, and lately he's been protecting the ball. They haven't been turning the ball over. But even as good as the Bills and Allen are, you can't survive this many turnovers in this sloppy of a game.
No,
against a good team.
Yeah, no, and it's a reminder of how important the turnovers. You can't make them. Kincaid looked really good. I think Keon Coleman is starting to get better too. Knox had some really big catches for them too. Like, so he's spreading it around. Like they're fine on offense, and the defense wasn't that bad. Like it's just considering what kind of position the fumbles and the interceptions put them in too. So no, it's just the 3 turnovers caught up to them, and they still had a chance to win. But that was they're a good team.
Yeah, I think they'll be fine. But good for the Patriots, and arrows are still pointing up for the Bills, but arrows for sure pointing up for the Patriots. All right, you got anything else? You got everything on your list?
No, that was it. Stefon Diggs was amazing, and the penalties was insufferable.
Yep, totally. All right, well, that's what we got for this one. We hope we earned your like and subscribe for this episode. And if you do want to support us, maybe even share the episode with somebody else you think might like it. All right, so for Jeff Dover, I'm John Barbin, and that's your Saturday versus Sunday podcast.